Hi everybody, it's Amalia and I'm here today with a video hop. This is a collab with Kendra's Card Challenge and Cat Scrappiness Crafts. We'll be working with Cat Scrappiness products and Kendra's Card Challenge number 13. If you're not familiar with Kendra's Card Challenge or Cat Scrappiness Crafts, fear not, I will include all the links and information in the description. I will also be including a playlist where you could hop along with all the other creators creating videos with Cat Scrappiness products and Kendra's Card Challenge number 13. I'm using Easter Quokkas stamp set. I've already pre-stamped my images and I've covered the images with a mask. I've created the base of the card using sketch number 3 and I'm just going to start creating my background for my little Quokkas. I'm using distress ink and some sponges to create my background. I'll be using blue to indicate a sky in my distress ink and some green distress inks to indicate grass or ground. I'm keeping this super simple. I'm not going to do very much, but what I did was I created masks. So I stamped the images on the background paper. Then I stamped my images on masking paper and fussy cut them out, and then laid the sticky side of the mask down on top of my images so I could color on top of them without coloring on top of the images, if that makes sense. See, you can see that I got a lot of green on that quokka on the bottom left. But when I lift up that mask, the quokka is going to be clear and I can add some additional color on top of him instead of it being green. You'll see in a moment exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm using an X-Acto knife to lift up the masking paper. I usually use my fingernails, but they weren't cooperating, so I just used this tool. And you can see that my quokka is not colored blue. Well, a little bit on the ear is, but that's not going to be a problem. And I can color him in, and that's exactly what I intend to do. I'm taking off the paper from his little eggs, and I'll follow suit with the other quokkas as well. I've got a bunch of bright colors out, but now it's time to color the quokka. So I've got some of the browns out and some of the grays out, and I'm just stamping the mini ink pads directly to my glass mat, and I'll spritz with water and use a paintbrush to pick up some of that color and start painting my quokkas with it. Dabbing my brush onto the paper towel just to get some of the excess water out of there. I'm not using watercolor paper, so I didn't want my brush to be too wet onto this paper. So that's a tip for you when you're using regular cardstock to do some watercolor painting. Just make sure your brush is not too wet. I'm just filling in with color. Sometimes I'm going between the different colors, but it's not going to really affect the color all that much. Just fill in with your color, and then when it's dry, if you want to create some shadow, you can go back and add additional color on top. That'll darken it a little bit, and you can create some shadow. I wanted each of the quokkas to be slightly different colors, so I put down a different color of the brown. I spritzed it with some water, and I'm picking up the color, and it's just a different brown. It's not the same exact brown as the other one, and I just wanted to do that to make them look a little bit more distinctive. Well, I think you get the idea here with coloring. I went ahead and colored them all, and when they were dry, I wanted to make some shadows like underneath the face, underneath the chin, sometimes underneath the carrot. So after they were dry, I went back in and added my shadow. So here's what they look like all colored. Now I'm working on coloring the teeny tiny eggs. The Easter Quokka set comes with 5 images, 7 sentiments, and 2 little decoration items. It also comes with a matching die set that cuts out everything, including all of the sentiments. Hey, please click thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video so far. I used my Copic C3 marker to line and make shadows underneath the quokkas so that they're grounded there in the grass. Don't forget about Kendra's card challenge number 13 and cat scrappiness. Leave a comment below, guys. Bye!